Hello Stings, in this video it will be part 1 of the Unit 4 review, and we're going to try to get through 4 or 5 of these these problems pretty quickly. In the first one we're going to determine an equation of a line with a slope of 1/3 that passes through the point 3, -2. To take care of this we're going to use that extended table where we put the slope-intercept form in the middle. We use the point for our x and our y. Our slope is 1/3, so x is 3, y is -2. This x we will use in here to solve this equation that we're going to make using the slope, the x value we know, and we'll solve for b. 1 plus b equals -2. Remember, to solve for b we're going to subtract 1 from both sides, and -2 minus 1 is -3. So the equation will be y equals 1/3 x minus 3. For number 2, we have a table of values. We can use it to find the slope because they want us to write an equation to describe this table. So here we will find our change in y and our change in x, because remember that slope is the change in y over the change in x. So our change in y is a +5. Our change in x is a -3. Now we can use those 2 points in the table like we did in number 1, or we can notice here that we have our y-intercept already shown to us in the table, so that means b equals 16. So we can go straight to our equation. Y equals slope of -5/3 times x plus 16. For number 3, we're going to write an equation in standard form to represent the graph shown below. So remember that standard form is ax plus by equals c. What we'll do first is write the slope-intercept form of this equation. Here's our intercept at -2, and it looks like our slope, we can find our slope here. Here's a point. So we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our slope is -4 over +7, and our intercept is -2. So we'll go ahead and write that in slope-intercept form. And now what we have to do is get our x and y terms on the same side and the constant term alone on one side. So what we have here is add 4/7 to both sides. Then this needs to be, this a cannot be a fraction and it cannot be negative, so we're going to multiply everything by 7. So that now we have an equation with a being a +4, b is 7, and c is -14. For number 4, it says to what equation best describes the functional relationship in the data set. So this is a time when we want to use stat. So let me clear out my calculator first, because I already had some values in here. So what I did was I went to stat, edit, and I'm going to put my x values into L1. And I'm going to put my y values into L2. And then -7. Then I'm going to calculate the linear regression, which tells me I have a slope of -4 and a y-intercept of 5, which is good because here's our y-intercept right there. So our equation is going to be y equals -4x plus 5. And so we used stat to take care of that problem. So there are 1 through 4. In the next video, we'll pick up with problem number 5.